Check them out here on Ironic Radio Network. 8-Bit Bros. That's number 8. Then bit. Then bros. One word. I strongly encourage you to stay tuned for that. And if you want, they also have a Facebook page and a much better live show. Anyway, 8-Bit Bros, 8 p.m., Ironic Radio Network.
It's 8 o'clock, and you know what that means.
Oh, what up, people? Welcome back to another episode of the 8-Bit Bros. It is the early edition, a.k.a. Taco Tuesday. Ooh. With that being said, not a kid-friendly show, adult language, adult content. Do the right thing, people. Put your kids in the closet.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, how do you like that, buddy? How's that feel?
Oh, God.
How's that feel?
I'm listening to 8-Bit Bros.
Yeah, 8-Bit Bros, early edition Tuesday. Big shout out and a happy birthday to Dave Booga Peters. Tweenums. I know you're probably not listening, you prick, but happy birthday. Center box gets a square.
What up, people?
Yep, to the left, me. Mm-hmm. Web boy. To the right, 846 miles south. The one and only Thumping Loud. Could have caught him yesterday. Or maybe it was today. No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Today is when Dallas plays Baltimore back at strength of some sort.
Yeah, all right. What were you playing, Anthem, yesterday?
Huh?
What were you playing yesterday?
Atlas?
Angry Dandelions. Atlas, right. Which now just became a PS5 exclusive for 2 years.
Huh?
Yeah. Won't become an Xbox. PC. PlayStation.
What will?
It won't. It's a PlayStation exclusive.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Atlas will not be on the Xbox. PlayStation exclusive. For 2 years. I hate that shit. It's stupid. You're going to give us cross-play, but then you're going to fucking limit games? That's so retarded. Think about that.
What are you...
Go ahead. Atlas. Right? That's what you were playing.
Yeah. I see nothing of this that you speak of. It's on Xbox One and Microsoft Windows.
Oh, it is on the Xbox? Because I just read the whole fucking thing about an exclusive.
Apparently, you are not talking about the same game. Maybe Anthem is going to do that with...
Oh, maybe it's Anthem then. Okay.
Maybe Anthem's going to do that with a further release of their game, but...
Maybe it was Anthem. Maybe I'm confusing the two.
Well, I mean, considering the fact that when you first called it out, you said I was playing Anthem, and then that's not it. I was playing Atlas. Yeah, Atlas is a pirate ARC game. It's available on Steam, and according to when you scroll down here, it says platforms Xbox One and Microsoft Windows.
You know what? Maybe I don't know what the fuck I read. I could have sworn I read it. And Anthem got a horrible fucking review.
Well, because Anthem is like 2 years from its original release and trying to re-release. And if they're going to try and PlayStation exclusive, what the fuck ever. Anybody who played the original game is like, whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, it's fucking
I mean, it was fun. It's a damn shame they fucked it over. It was like the mechanic of the game was awesome. It was going to be wonderful, but then they just didn't have the ability to do anything with it. Like it was underpopulated with any real meat and potatoes of activities and gear. Like even your gear was so fucking limited. Like it was just dumb.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and so that was the problem. It was the core idea of the game was great. Like it was going to be Destiny like, but with the ability to fly instead of having to hop on a sparrow.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Titanfall, fly around, type of shit.
Yeah, it was great. It was great though. It had a really good concept of what they were trying to go for. It's just there was no real content to any of it. It was just a skin of going, "What do you think? That'd be a great idea, wouldn't it?" And then you find out after it's like after that launch, you find out that that's not even what that game was supposed to be when they first showed it to people.
Yes.
Like there were so many things that were wrong about what it had started as and what it had become and where it was supposed to be going, and the expansions were all hollow, and there was like it was just, oh man, what a nightmare of a release. I played the shit out of it when it first dropped. And so, yeah, what a nightmare of a fucking release for a video game. Like, that was just absolutely hard. Now, Atlas, on the other hand, is entering the end of its early access cycle.
Yeah.
It's 2 years, they told us when we bought in. They said 2 years, and that was December 22nd, 2018. That in 2 years the game would be going to release, that if you bought it now, it's going to be early access. And I bought in. I have to say, I have thoroughly enjoyed the evolution of this game's early access from what it was to where it's at. It started out as unbelievably large and insane to really understand how to escalate to in game, but it was learning the environment, and then it became like, all right, well now we know in game, and then they were like, all right, well now we're going to change the map and shrink it, and it's like, okay, so it's not as big. Wait, hold on, what does that mean? And they're like, oh yeah, we're taking away some islands too, and it's like, wait, what? And it's like, yeah, but in some other areas we're going to add some more, huh? It's like, but what are you doing? And so the game goes through all these different changes and everything else, and then finally where they're at now, the idea of for a new player to come into the game, level your character, get established, and move through the environment without feeling overwhelmed by massive companies that own areas that are massively blocked off and populated, like most online games get, where you allow building. You know, people block shit off. That's what people do. This time they've found a way to keep that balance to where you don't have to deal with such things. There are plenty of places to go live and explore and do all of the stuff. And leveling feels good, and building is good, and travel is good. Server ping is still a issue, but what do you expect when you're on a global server? Because the PvE server is a global server.
Yeah.
And the PvP servers are region bound.
Oh, okay.
So that, you know, you're getting accurate, fair play in the PvP servers to the best of the ability. You know what I mean? That way you're not dealing with international ping times and lag.
Yeah, which can be rough. Yeah, the lag there can be rough.
Well,
We've experienced that in the days of Battlefield too.
Yeah, it can really screw up a game when you've got that mixture going on when you're having to battle intercontinental internet speeds.
Mm-hmm.
So
Across the pond, man. It's not easy. We know that.
yeah,
Across the pond is not easy.
but it's in a really good spot. So I've been playing a shit ton of that. That and Destiny, man. Like those are my two right now. I'm playing the ever loving shit out of both of them. With when I wake up, I'm on the champions or combatants phase of my Hawk Moon.
I'm up to hand cannons in the Crucible. We were just doing that. We blew through all of that.
What do you mean hand cannons in the Crucible?
Oh no, wait, we just did champions.
Yeah,
but no,
it's
yeah,
either it's either
Crucible.
champions or combatants in the Crucible or Gambit.
Right. So we did 67% in Iron Banner, and then I just ran the Nightfall, and we just completed that right before we came on.
So the
air.
Nightfall had good percentage jumps.
Oh fuck yeah! Because you got
that's what I thought. That's what I was about to do. Because what I did was go play Gambit, and I noticed I didn't get a lot of advancement playing Gambit.
There's no champions.
There's no champions, and there's no like your invasions are very limited. So
what are you going to get? One or two?
Right.
I mean, 3 or 4 if you're really good.
Right, but you got to be on point and doing
the average
serious
is 2
invading.
kills.
Yeah, doing some serious invading. So,
we did 60. I got 67% in the Crucible. I think we only won 8 games, which kind of sucked. Not Crucible, excuse me, Iron Banner. So I still got 2 more to win over there for that other bounty or triumph, if you're paying attention to your triumphs in Destiny. But if you get to like somewhere between 50 to 60%, go run the fucking Nightfall with your friends.
Or I can just go run the Nightfall a couple times and I don't have to go into PvP at all.
That's true. That and Heroic Lost Sectors.
Because that's what I'm
There's 5 champions there.
Yeah, it's just kill champions wherever. I when I first read it, I thought it was wanting, Gambit or Crucible.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'll go play Gambit because I really don't want to fucking play Crucible. It's just not my thing.
Did you find the feathers without looking it up?
No. Dude, I woke up late this fucking afternoon, wanted to get some shit accomplished before I went to work tonight. So guess what? I immediately was like, how to get Hawkmoon.
Okay. Me and Googly Eye found all 5 without looking it up.
Yeah,
just
congratulations.
I
don't have that kind of time on my fucking hands to sit back and try and prove myself to be the smart guy who can figure out where they're talking about. Like there's no extra reward for going, oh, you figured it out.
No. You're absolutely right. It was just it's the first 3 were no brainers. I mean, obviously the first one, as soon as you walk out, it's right there. Oh
yeah. Well, they were fairly easy. The only one that I got confused on was the triangle roof over the walkway, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because with where you jump at and you see the walkway, and you're like, okay, that you're describing this area just very poorly. I was.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course, the first 4 are like immediately when you spawn in.
Yeah.
Spawn in, look left or look right, depending, and take 3 steps, and it's right there.
The last
one was harder to find.
The last one was serious. Like I read all of what was there, and I was like, "Holy cow!" I was like, "This is a map to get to this place."
Yeah, but the clues they gave you kind of gave it up. Like I knew immediately we're talking the fucking moon. And then I was like, okay, well, during all the cutscenes, since this all has to do with Crow or Alderaan or Eldarin or whatever the fuck his name is, Alderaan. I'm going to call him Alderaan from now on because it's a Star Wars reference.
He's Crow.
Right.
Yeah.
That one, then it was like, well, wait a second. When he fucking, does this and when kill that was the fucking Shrine of Oryx.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah, it's got to be the Shrine of Oryx.
What mic are you on?
She's on a.
I'm using my headset right now.
And it sounds like you're coming out of your laptop.
Yeah, it sounds like the laptop microphone. Just.
Yeah.
Was wondering.
I'm going to switch it in a second.
Nice cans. What kind of cans are they? And I don't mean those. I mean the ones on your ears.
These are, I don't know. These are some employer-issued ones.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no, I heard it. It does sound shitty. Gotcha. But, so you're going through, all through these hallways and shit. Now you're searching every fucking hallway. I mean, it took me it took us like a good 10 minutes to find that last one.
Yeah, to get to the shrine.
Yeah, well, and not knowing, because it's talking about all these fucking claustrophobic hallways and all this shit.
Yeah.
So now you're searching all the fucking hallways behind every nook and cranny. I'm like, well, maybe it's up here where the dead ghost used to be on the moon. No, nope, it's not there. Oh, okay. But that one was interesting to find.
Yeah, you had to go all the way into the Shrine of Oryx.
Yeah. So yeah, by completing that nightfall, it completed that step for
Okay,
me.
so that was
also.
like 35%.
Yeah, one nightfall was easily.
And what level were y'all doing it at? The
1250.
1250.
Yeah, we did it to 1250. I got a exotic ghost out of it.
Nice.
Yeah, joy.
Which one?
But I still haven't gotten any chromatic. I don't have the Destiny app up in front of me. I didn't even get a chance to look at it. I threw out a ghost I had. I picked it up, and I was like, all right, I got to go sit down and get on the show here. What are you doing, Jay?
I was like, we're
Jay's
going for a ride. Nope, no microphone.
She's muted completely.
Nope, can't
She's
hear
muted.
you at all.
She's muted in Skype. It's muted. See the mute next to the name
mute
button.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I muted myself because I was pouring ice into this, and I didn't want it to be all like,
clink,
that whole thing. I've had a very crazy day. So my headset, which I'm not particularly fond of, is completely out of batteries. So it's like plugged into my laptop, and if I unplug it,
it doesn't work while it's plugged in.
It's but you know what? This connector is not that long.
Gotcha.
So as I'm like turning, it's like turning the laptop as I'm trying to make this drink. It's like very hectic right now, but it'll settle down in a second.
Go ahead, put your headset down and make yourself a drink. Do that. This way you're all settled in, and join in with us here. And I'd like to thank the people of New York City, Central Park, Strawberry Fields for your, I don't want to say not paying attention to any kind of shit, but doing the right thing and decorating and mourning the loss 40-year death anniversary of John Lennon. Strawberry Fields looks absolutely beautiful. You guys did a great fucking job. I love the fact that there's music playing when there's nobody around, but there's music coming out. It's cool as fuck. Good job, people. Remembering an icon on a sad day, I guess. And it'd be sadder when the Cowboys lose tonight. For all you Cowgirls fans who think you had a shot at that division, including me, who bet them. Who knows? Maybe it'll happen. But I doubt it. I actually doubt it very much, but one never knows now, does one?
They're leading right now.
Yeah, good luck. It's the first 3 minutes of the game. Or 10 minutes, 7 minutes. Walt Disney World updated their shit for New Year's Eve. Because, Disney World's open. Florida.
Yeah, there's a lot of rumor that California won't reopen.
No, they're in a fucking complete lockdown.
No, I'm saying that Disney California, it may be done for good.
Yeah, well, at least they're looking... from the one person I know who works inside a Disney organization as a administrator to the parks, Cali might not open if, like Tom said, possibly done. If it does reopen, it's not going to be till the summer. It's definitely not going to be till the summer, which is a shame because, Cali's warm, and I guess so is Florida too. But so, yeah, all the parks close in between 9 and 11 p.m. in Florida this year. And if you want to watch the fireworks, you can watch it virtually from your room on your TV. You can even order a party basket.
Wow.
Why would you go to fucking Disney and be locked in a room for New Year's Eve?
Our curfew gets re-invoked Friday.
Yeah, it's absolute bullshit. This lockdown is just retarded. 10 o'clock.
Yeah, that's when ours...
You only get coronavirus at 10 p.m.
That's what ours is going to be too, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to get my essential paperwork, make sure it's in order in the car,
Now here you go. This is straight from the CDC's website, okay? Let me find the exact wording. Okay. Epidemiology. COVID-19. Most infections acquired in homes and congregated living. I know I don't need to read that again for you, and I'm going to really think that our listeners are smart enough to understand what I just said. You get it by staying in the fucking house. Most infections acquired.
Touchdown, Lamar.
I mean, what the fuck? So lock us in? I just don't understand that. And the attack on the bars and restaurants, when you think about it, has anybody been to a bar and a restaurant through all of this?
Return to the mouth.
There's oh, really? There's so much social distancing there, it's not funny, so I don't understand it. Straight from, you're still in Florida, man? It's the one and only Joel the Mouth.
Or are you still hanging out up here?
Where are you at, Joel? You still down in Florida?
I am in Ocala. I got a new job. I got everything going well. The whole COVID thing said, fuck it. And I'm opening a brand new hotel here in Ocala.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, props to you, bro.
Things were looking shitty for a little bit, and I had to pick myself up and,
right.
Roll with the COVID stuff, as you guys know from the last call I made. But everything is looking up, man. It's a brand new IHG property.
Nice.
Yeah, doing good, man. Doing good.
That's what I like to hear. And I'm tired of all these fucking sob stories. I mean, I get it. I'm not saying anything against it, but it's good to hear some fucking good news.
Oh, yeah. I was with the sob stories, and I'm glad to be bringing positive news because I'm sure a lot of your audience has those sob stories. And you know what? The truth be told, 8-9 months, a lot of bullshit has happened. A lot of the COVID thing has happened to a lot of people, and we make it an excuse, but you got to move on and you got to go forward with this. And you guys were talking about the BS of the COVID thing, and it is what it is. It made me call tonight. So, if you're laying off 32,000 more people from Disney here in Florida.
Go figure, and the stock is up.
How that happens?
I don't know. We're going to lay off a third of all the people we've ever fucking hired, and the stock goes up.
Well, Mickey Mouse.
Because it's saving money for the investors.
Yes.
Yeah, but
but investment banking don't care about people and jobs lost. They go, you're making your bottom line means you're paying out less money. Great. That means we're going to make more money. That's all they care about. It's very, very terrible.
And the fact is, you guys, I don't know if you've seen advertisements on Hulu, Netflix, or whatever media streaming service y'all are using or that your audience is using, but they're putting the commercials out there. Disney Christmas, it's still going to happen here in Florida.
Oh, Florida, yeah, well, I was just saying that. Most of the parks close at 9. 2 of the parks close. One closes at 10, and 2 of the other parks close at 11. And your New Year's Eve gala celebration you can watch from the comfort of your hotel room on your TV. You can also order a New Year's Eve party pack that'll be sent to your room.
They're putting it all out there. They're trying to make as much money as they can.
Magic Kingdom closes at 11, Epcot at 10, Hollywood Studios 9, Animal Kingdom 8, and Disney Springs at 11.
And they're providing maybe 50% occupancy for the parks. So at least you won't, on the plus side, you won't have to wait for lines for hours and hours on end.
That's true.
This is what they're shooting at.
That's true.
Instead of 4 hours, it's just 2 hours.
Yeah. Time is cut in half.
And me, I just scored tickets to Justin Bieber's virtual concert for New Year's Eve. So you know what I'll be watching? The Biebs. The Biebs.
Man, that's sad. That's sad.
Come on, I like the Biebs, man. I'm sorry. I like Justin Bieber.
Hey, at least you're upfront about it. That's cool, man.
I got no qualms about it. I'll admit what I like, what I don't like, what's gay to like. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So do you put Biebs in the gay to like thing, or is that more in the neutral thing?
I think when you're my age, 50 plus, and you like Justin Bieber, that's kind of gay.
Okay. As long as you, Jay, I hope you're hearing this.
No, I'm curious about this. I want to know why.
Because he's
Because he's young.
Because he's a tweenum, yeah.
And you should be listening to Barry Manilow. Is that what you're saying?
No, not Barry Manilow, but I mean, fuck Barry.
Bruno Mars.
I mean,
Frank's,
I don't know. I mean, I like Biebs. I'm sorry. I
you
love
should be
singing it,
listening
rock
to the
band.
Grateful Dead and Pink Floyd
Absolutely.
and Fleetwood Mac and Led Zeppelin. I mean, all those
Zeppelin,
bands from
yeah.
the 70s. That's what you should be listening to.
Is that his era that he should be listening to that? Should that be his old man music?
I think it's the
Well,
whole.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, Rolling Stones is his old man music.
Well, look at this. Okay, he's saying 50s. I'm in my 40s. I turned 40 this year. I'm still listening to Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah,
I know my old man music is great.
All kinds of older shit.
Outkast.
But I do like Led Zeppelin, Journey.
Yeah, I mean, I'm into.
Whoa! Friends don't let friends listen to Journey.
Journey. That's right.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Even though if you were up here, I'd take you to a Journey cover band. So
I like the Cars too, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you tell me you like Air Supply, I'm fucking hanging up on you.
No, I don't do that. My parents listened to that. That was like the saddest, most pathetic music.
That was every fucking breakup
not,
song when I was a kid.
Walking on air, like what is that shit? Like I don't get it. But Journey, I don't know, like a couple songs from Journey my son likes. Yeah. Like when he gets in the car, he likes Wheel in the Sky. Like what's wrong with Wheel in the Sky?
I keep on turning.
Yeah, like it's like
it's a good song.
Snappy. I don't know if this snappy is a good word, but
it's a good song. I get it. I mean, Journey wasn't bad. I just after like a couple of tunes, it's like, all right, stop it.
Nope.
You did an entire album of fucking I'm crying over my girlfriend breakup songs.
Yeah.
But that's Taylor Swift.
I like come on, don't make fun of Taylor.
Swift back in the 70s.
Taylor, yeah, that's true, but Taylor's hot as fuck.
No. She is, but the new song Cashmere or whatever the fuck is about her
it doesn't matter. I can shut the volume off and touch myself to just looking at her. It's not a problem.
Okay, that's a valid point. That's like me saying 1990s Britney Spears. I could do the same thing.
Oh yeah,
baby,
Miley Cyrus. Absolutely, Miley's the same way. I can easily touch myself while watching Miley. No problem. And she's hot as fuck, and she's a whore. I love it.
I agree.
But I felt the same way about the Olsen twins.
I never got into them. I could never do it. They were like super anorexic and like
I know, but one of them turned out to be a really bad little girl. She's a dirty little girl. I mean, she killed Heath Ledger.
See,
what the fuck is wrong with this conversation? Like, I just walked in here and I hear a bunch of fucking pedophilia. Can you guys stop that shit?
It's Webb's pedophilia. That's the
No
bad
one
part.
said
It's his dirty daddy syndrome.
15 is legal in certain states, but I draw the line at 17.
It's not really pedophilia. All these people we're talking about are now older.
Exactly.
We can.
So
they were all younger at the same time together, so.
And the past tense. So
talking about Miley Cyrus being hot, talking about Taylor Swift being hot, talking about the Olsen twins being hot. How's that any of that pedophilia?
And this was once they were all older as well. These hot conversations,
absolutely.
not.
I mean, I wasn't saying
the baby Olsen twins.
Yeah, I wasn't saying the Olsen twins were hot when they were on a fucking TV show.
Okay, because to me, they all just, I don't know. I guess because I grew up, like, and they were all like my age, so it seemed to me like.
And how old are you now?
Talking to them in the past tense seems like pedophilia.
Well, talking about the Olsen twins in the past tense is completely logical because they haven't done shit in fucking 10 years.
The Olsen twins, they've done stuff. They don't do as much TV and stuff anymore. They do fashion design.
Fashion design and nightclub.
We need to flip this conversation now that we have a female on the line. Men, what are you talking about? Heath Ledger, we mentioned him. You know, Joaquin Phoenix. Who?
Yeah.
There has to be a separate side for this. So
the brother was hotter.
Where do you stand?
River. So are we talking about who was hotter, or like what is the criteria?
Absolutely.
Hot dudes.
However you want to define it.
Oh, hot dudes.
Yeah, hot dudes.
Hot.
Yeah, who's winning the hot dude category?
Yeah, where's your where do you draw the line? Who's the hot dude?
Jason Momoa.
Okay.
Let's see. Michael. What's his name? Michael B. Jordan, super hot.
From Creed. Okay.
From Creed, and he was also in Black Panther.
Yeah, he's got a resume.
Yeah,
He's in Just Mercy. He is the latest Johnny Storm.
Yes.
Anyway, he's in a number of
You know
things.
what, Jay? I really don't appreciate the way you're objectifying men.
Friday Night Lights. Right? Were you a pedophile?
Is he a child? No.
I don't know.
Okay,
He was born in 1987. To me, he's a child.
Well, he's older than me.
Well, okay, yeah.
All right,
That's
so
fair.
who were the ones that you grew up with?
I guess the ones that I grew up with were
Yeah,
like,
posters on your wall in your bedroom.
I had like Leo when he was in Titanic, and who else? Who did I think was absurdly hot growing up?
Sounds so weird.
Ben Affleck. Did you have a
Nah.
Ben Affleck thing?
Johnny Depp.
I love Johnny Depp. Yes, I wasn't really into into Ben Affleck. He always looked like just no.
Ben Affleck?
Nah,
Ryan, I
nah,
just had to do it.
not my jam. Not my jam.
That Ben Affleck, he's a right asshole.
That Ben Affleck,
Some
he's a
people like
right
him.
asshole. We were in a cab in Boston, and the fucking cabbie's talking to us, and we mentioned something, and he fucking went off on Ben Affleck, and he just was calling him Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
Well, with the Boston accent, you know. And he was a what a fucking asshole. I've had him in my cab. He's a fucking cocksucking asshole. That Ben Affleck. It's funny
That's
as
funny.
shit. It's funny as shit. I don't even want to tell you who
the
was on
way
the
it goes.
walls in my fucking house when I was a kid because it totally will date me.
Oh, I got the same feeling. I know
Stevie
the same
Nicks.
feeling. I'm
No
right there
Stevie
with you.
Nicks, Christy McNichol, Phoebe Cates, or if
Cindy
now if you
Crawford.
want to call her Phoebe.
Cindy
I had
Crawford.
Kathy Ireland.
Well, yeah.
Kathy Ireland, Cindy Crawford. Yes, I heard that.
Cindy
That
Crawford.
one. Yes, very true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cindy Crawford.
Oh,
And then,
one
and
that was on my
Lenny
list.
Forgot her name.
Kravitz.
Lenny
When I
Kravitz
was-
is hot as shit.
He's
For a black dude?
still hot as fuck.
Well,
I
that's only
mean,
because
actually
his dick
just read
popped
an
out on
article.
stage. Realize it's a
the
fucking snake.
yeah, I was gonna say, is it that you like the Kravitz or do you like the cane that he walks around carrying between his legs?
Oh,
Motherfucker's bigger than Tommy Lee.
Yeah,
we've all seen Tommy Lee up
he's
close.
known. He's well known for being
Yeah, we've all seen that one up close.
being the Kravitz.
I
I
like
had
Lenny.
the Pamela Anderson poster.
You know, so did I, and I hate to admit it, but I really don't even think she's attractive anymore at all. Especially after like
Too much plastic surgery.
well, after having like 7 different fucking plastic surgeries on her boobs and then having them taken out, like what's left?
There's
yeah,
nothing.
I don't
And then
really understand that. Like, she had a bunch of boob jobs, and then she had oh, is it because they were like causing her pain or something? Like, what happened?
I don't know.
There
Yeah.
was the bad ones that had to be redone. There was there was the fluid change types that it was like, okay, well, this is definitely way better for you to have. And then there were I don't know what the end result was.
And who was the other
She's just
hot from?
disgusting now.
Who was the other hottie
Christi-
from Baywatch?
Oh, the brown-haired chick. Oh shit, the brunette.
She's ugly as fucking sin now. She was.
I don't
Oh,
even
what the fuck was
remember
her
that,
name?
but I know what you're talking. I forgot her name. But I'll give you another name. How about Christina Applegate from Married
Yeah.
with Children? who did-
Yes,
did
that's
that one. She
That's
did
a
couple
winner.
movies.
Mine was also all of the Saved by
Is
the
it
Bell.
Gina Lee Nolan? Is that who I'm thinking? No, it's not her. The other one.
What
who,
about all the ones from like 90210
No,
and
I
Melrose
wasn't. I
Place?
wasn't 90210 as much as I was Saved by the Bell.
Saved
I
by
was
the-
just
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Oh.
I was thinking, I was
Tiffany
like,
Amber
really.
Thiessen was. Oh my god.
Tiffany. Oh my God, those photos that she tried to have spanked off the internet. I mean, I don't know how. See the key word I used there, spanked. Holy fuck. Her and I mean, I'll always have a soft spot for Alyssa Milano. I tried to date her.
I
before she
remember
was
her from
famous.
Who's the Boss before she was on
Who's
like
the Boss?
Charmed and
Yep.
Dude, I
90210.
tried to
Yeah.
date her before she was famous. She lived fucking 3 blocks away from me.
Oh my god, she turned out to be
She
super
was so
hot.
one of my best friend's sisters introduced me to her, and I fell in love immediately. And we were only
She
like,
had those eyes.
I don't know, 14, 15.
It's funny because like you could You can flip around and see old Who's My Bosses now on those random channels.
Maybe it's Yasmin Bleeth I'm thinking about. One of them is an ugly motherfucker now. Didn't Yasmin Bleeth blow up?
What?
Oh, Yasmin Bleeth. She was on Baywatch.
Yeah. And the other one, I cannot remember her name. But I just saw a picture of her recently, and oh my God, Nicole Eggert. Got to be Nicole. She blew up like a fucking balloon, and she looks like she was hit with the ugly stick in the face about 55 times.
Well, that happens when you fall far from a tree.
Well, it's the drugs, I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, well, shit happens. Shit happens.
True.
The fact of being a teen heartthrob and surviving past your 20s.
I think that's what does it. I feel like you being a teen heartthrob and just having a life after that has to be very difficult, because it's
trying to have a normal life after that.
Yeah, it's got to be very, very difficult because people are constantly comparing you to your teenage self. It's like, motherfucker, can I live?
Look at Macaulay Culkin. Look at Macaulay Culkin. Look at all the shit he went through.
Yeah, it's amazing actually how well-rounded Macaulay has come out of that on the other side of it, though. Like, Macaulay now,
a little while, but
Macaulay now is actually a pretty solidly based individual.
Yeah, he is. He's hilarious.
Yeah, and I think him getting away from that little group he was rolling with helped him a lot.
Yes.
Yep. And then another big fuck up when you look back at the 80s and you look at the Coreys, Corey Feldman.
Oh, yeah, the Coreys, definitely.
Yeah.
Corey Feldman.
That was a shame. Yeah. The whole Corey and Corey, the two of them.
Yep.
Shame.
Fuck that. I'll still say the driving. I don't know if it was unlicensed drive or whatever. They tried to get the license.
Yep.
That movie is still
Great
fucking
movie.
Awesome.
Great movie. License to Drive.
License to Drive. That's what it was. That was an amazing
great movie. You know who turned into a royal fuck up through the 80s and 90s? Andy Dick.
I mean, the name just says it all.
Wasn't he talk radio?
Yeah, but it was less that he turned there, more that he got really bad through the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cocaine.
He was a wild mess through like that the 2000s.
Cocaine. That does it to you when things happen like that.
And isn't he canceled now?
Oh yeah, he's like
didn't somebody punch him? Didn't somebody punch him?
Gave him a black eye
coming out of a club in New Orleans.
Yeah, gave him a black eye too.
Yeah, and Andy Milonakis is not canceled. Andy Milonakis is still thriving, except now on Twitch.
Didn't Andy Dick get in trouble for actually attacking the guy who punched him? He went to jail. Andy Dick.
And Tom Green is a Instagram sensation as a traveling man inside of an RV. Like he's been out.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Tom Green. I remember the Tom Green show.
We talked to Andy Dick, and you said Milonakis, and then that automatically brings Tom Green into the conversation too. I mean, if we're gonna throw those guys around, those are the guys.
None of these are hot dudes.
Well, no.
Can we talk about?
But these are all guys that had great.
I think Tom Green got some.
Tom
Green
no.
Tom Green had his look.
The popularity of his show.
Yeah, and look who he landed. Look who his hot wife was.
Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
For like 20 seconds. Like literally 20 seconds.
Okay, he stuck it in fucking Drew Barrymore.
Okay, 20 whole seconds. Good for you. That's
regardless
for everyone here.
Regardless of that, those two guys are still doing big stuff.
He definitely lasted longer than 20 seconds because he's only got one nut.
Okay.
That's true. That's true.
So, what?
We're not going there. Regardless, but Milonakis is good on Twitch. Tom Green got the Instagram thing going on. Like I said, he's traveling the country right now, trying to get as far out as he can, but still have enough contact. Like he's taking this wild journey right now and recording it all. I forget exactly what it's for, but then like Andy Milonakis just left California during COVID, went to Texas while his place in New York got ready, and now is living in New York, but is on Twitch. Like that's his thing. He does IRL streams and stuff like that, where he goes out into the world him and Tom Green have actually went and hung out on Twitch like together and just like walked around.
I remember when he did a bit where he was selling, instead of lemonade from the corner, he was selling beer. He was like a kid, and he was selling beer on the corner. Who wants to buy beer? I remember that crazy shit.
Yeah, Andy was wild, and he'll do
Hey, I
do
was
some wild shit
wondering.
now.
Oh, I was wondering if you will indulge me for about 2 minutes, if I can address all the Jets fans who are listening to the show, if that would be okay.
Go right ahead.
All right. Greg Williams should be your Jets hero, fans. He called that play on fucking purpose. I don't give a shit what anyone else says. There is no coach in their right mind who would call a blitz in that situation.
An all-out
NFL,
blitz.
Yep.
All-out blitz. And the NFL, you want to talk about tanking? Holy shit. And what's funny, guys, is the NBA came down with a ruling today that if your game is on national TV, you are not allowed to bench star players.
Yeah, you can't tank
the
your
NBA
fucking game.
Yeah, and everyone is saying, oh, Greg Williams, they were making, no, he was arrogant. They wanted to lose that game. If you look at the play before where they overthrew the other receiver in the end zone, they knew what was going to happen. I mean, John Gruden, Chucky, Fat Boy, Chunk over there, knew exactly what was going to fucking happen. You can't leave one-on-one coverage there and say, okay, make a defensive play, because the previous play you couldn't make it. They're tanking for Trevor. But what I think a lot of Jets fans don't know, if they happen to get one win and they go 1-15 and the Jaguars do the same thing, the Jets still get the number one pick because they had the easier schedule. So the NFL rewards them. So the stupidity of this is beyond fascination. You look at what the Falcons did. They were tanking. They were doing shitty. Fired their head coach. Got a couple wins. Now they're good.
Yeah.
That is the reason, Jet fans, why Adam Gase hasn't been fired. And I guarantee you, they're not going to fire him. I guarantee you, Sam Darnold will be traded to one of these teams.
Yep.
Pittsburgh, because
thoughts on the firing of Patricia and Detroit's next week win?
Damn great move. Patricia was stagnant. He was not innovative. Matthew Stafford has been there for over a decade, and he hasn't been inept. He hasn't been elite, but he has never had someone to lead him to do anything. I mean, Patricia was brought on as a guy who could have offense, who could have defense, who could work on things, but it didn't happen. And I think a lot of teams are loyal for some stupid ass reason to these ignorant coaches. I mean, look what Dallas did for 10 years, with Jason Garrett. It just, the ineptitude, it gets to you. And I applaud what the Lions did. I think the Bears should do the same thing with Nagy. I think everyone should go. I think the Eagles should do the same thing to Peterson and Eisman.
There's a lot of talk that's going to be happening, especially with their decisions to move on from coaches.
It's funny, Joel, that you say about the Jets, because I posted the exact same thing almost word for word on Facebook. They fucking lost that game on purpose. There is no coach, not even at the Pop Warner level, who calls an all-out blitz in that situation. They tanked that game completely.
See, what the thing is and what is masking this in the media is the reputation that Greg Williams has. And that's what I think a lot of people don't understand. He is an arrogant son of a bitch. And he thinks that his play calls are better than fucking Vince Lombardi back in the 60s, and that what his method is works. I mean, you look back at his resume, the intern positions he's had, the OCs, the DCs, fucking worked for the goddamn Oilers. He's been involved in football for that long.
Yep. Yeah. 30-something years.
And I think, as much as Jet fans look at it as tanking on purpose, I will give a little regard to Greg Williams' arrogance. And I think a lot of coaches have that arrogance, and some is well-deserved. Andy Reid, Bill Belichick. You look at the teams that are successful and are arrogant in their calls, and you're like, well, what the fuck? And it works. But with Greg Williams, it's never worked. And to use arrogance as an excuse, that's stupid. I mean, here's one other thing that Jet fans should look at, big picture. Ryan Tannehill was shit with the Dolphins. Shit. It was terrible.
Who was his head
Adam
coach?
Gase was there.
Yep.
Adam Gase.
Yep.
And he gets moved to the Titans. All of a sudden, the Titans go to the AFC Championship game. Ryan Tannehill may not throw for 300 fucking yards. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not turning it over. He's making smart decisions.
Yeah, well, they got a running back
Adam
who can
Gase,
run the ball.
Yeah,
Derrick
Henry fucked me this week though.
Yeah, well, he fucked everybody. But you're right. I mean, he only needs
Even
to
though I
throw
still
for
beat you,
150 yards a game, and that's it.
He's a beast. I mean, I don't know. I think people look at a lot of things and they take things and they read social media and they just don't use their common sense. And what bothers me a lot about the Jets and about a lot of these losing teams is that people are just getting their cues from Twitter and from Facebook, and they're not watching the fucking game. And they're just going to those split-second reactions where they're like, oh, my God, this is what happened. This is it. This is that. They're not using their football acumen, their sense of reason. And it's bullshit. Like, personally, guys, if I'm a Jet fan, I'm happy that I'm fucking losing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think if you took the temperature of any Jet fan up in this area, I think they'd probably tend to agree with you.
Yeah.
If they had won that game, they would have been pissed. That's the way New York fans work.
Absolutely.
I did watch that game with a Jet fan who was actually pissed that they lost, and then I was like, well, what are you talking about? Think about it here. You need to fire your fucking head coach, not the other guy who was fired. You need to clean house there before you even contemplate going after the number one pick, because it's just going to be the same shit. I mean, let's
your
talk
number
about
one pick already doesn't want to go there anyway.
You don't want to go there.
It's going to be one of those you draft him and then he gets traded situations because he's already
we broke that.
Wait, guys! I think I have a reasonable fix for the Jets. If you guys want to hear me out,
go ahead.
You don't want a John Elway situation. You don't want an Eli Manning situation. In my opinion, Trevor Lawrence is the biggest prospect since Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck's season and career got ended by injuries in Indianapolis because they didn't handle it that way, but he had that potential.
True.
When you look at Trevor Lawrence and what he is capable of, this is what I do if I'm the Jets. All right? I get the first overall number one pick. Before April comes around, I fire every motherfucker in the office.
Yeah, you have
and
to.
I have a conversation. Oh, no. This is what should happen if you want to move forward.
Clean house.
You fire at clean house, just like the Mets did when Steve Cohen took over. Clean fucking house. Then you make a phone call and you say, hey, Trevor Lawrence, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. And what I think would be beneficial to the Jets is you steal Harbaugh from Michigan now.
Yeah.
Before you get on your high horse about that, look at what Harbaugh did with Kaepernick. Look what he did with the 49ers.
Yep.
You give him
from
control.
Zero to hero.
Exactly. And I think he's having that. Why I think he's not succeeding in Michigan is just he's been there for so long that I think he's ready to go back into the NFL.
It's the longest it's the longest place he's spent his career. Everywhere else has been 4 years. He's been there for 7 in Michigan.
Exactly. So you just like when you get married, you get that 7-year itch everyone talks about. He's ready to go back to the NFL. And I think if Jet ownership
that's 7-year itch
is ready to really move forward, Harbaugh is the perfect candidate. You want to say, hey, Jet, take the reins. We're getting fucking Trevor Lawrence. Get us some shit. Let's go.
I think
that just works perfectly.
I think another thing that would sway him to come to the Jets is, like you said, you clean house, but maybe you have a conversation with him and go, well, these are the coaches we're looking at. Which one would you like to fucking work with?
Yeah.
They're never going to give a prospective player that kind of power, because there's no guarantee that he's going to work out or not get injured in his first season or second season.
Well, it is the Jets.
You're never going to give a prospective rookie player that kind of leverage.
Look, if this is a franchise player, you do that. You definitely.
Everyone thought that.
I mean, I don't know. Look at it right now, though. You got to do something wild and fucking crazy, because y'all's been bad long enough.
Yeah,
I think there are certain players. Like, look at the leverage Elway used to get where he has. Jim Kelly used.
Oh yeah.
Specific players used. Eli used. Fuck, Doug Flutie went to Canadian Football League first before he flexed his muscles at 5 foot whatever to get into the NFL. Trevor Lawrence is one of the few elite prospects that hasn't come around since a Peyton Manning, since an Andrew Luck. I think he has all aces on his deck, and whatever organization he works with, he can basically control his own identity as a rookie player. I mean, face it, there's no one else like him. You look at what he's done, and you could say, hey, some players work, some players don't. Tom Brady was the 199th pick. You can look at Jameis Winston, a once first overall player. Some of these guys don't work out, and I get it. You're rolling the dice. It's like a fucking craps table. But you look at the body of work of what Trevor Lawrence did, I think it puts him in the most unique situation that an NFL-ready quarterback has ever gone into, especially if we're talking about the team like the Jets, the Jaguars. Those are the two. Even the fucking Giants. You could say Danny Dimes is great, but the NFC least, he's shining in a division of a guy with 17 fucking leg injuries, a quarterback, whatever, Carson, whatever.
Yeah.
But the fact remains that Trevor Lawrence has something, and I've been watching football for 30 plus years, and I have not seen the level of this play from a quarterback since a guy like Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
this
he's
is
definitely
the most can't miss.
He's definitely comparable. You said Peyton Manning. I've heard talks of the Drew Brees. I've even heard this is the next coming of Steve Young. So there's no doubt you can talk about this guy with the hopes of him being one of the greats. But the bigger question is what team is going to take him to that plateau of being one of the greats? And I don't think the Jets are the answer.
He doesn't think the Jets are the answer.
I mean, well, think about it. You really think the Jets can throw off 3 Super Bowls in the next, dozen years?
Yeah, but none of those teams. You look at the shitty teams. You look at it right now. The Jets, the Jaguars, the Eagles, the Cowboys. None of those fucking teams. The Bengals.
Yeah.
None of those teams are on the precipice of anything potential.
No, that's true.
But if you look at your shitty organizations and you look at ownership and the guy who owns the Jaguars, Khan, they were the NFL's best defense a couple years ago. They have made AFC championships. They have made the playoffs. Yep. They know that ownership is willing to get to that level. So are the Jags a better team? Possibly. But what the Jets haven't had since motherfucking Joe Namath is someone they can truly say, hey, you know what? I'm rolling the dice. I fucking came up Yahtzee. I'm putting that 50 on my scorecard, and I can make it happen.
They haven't
had that opportunity. Sam Darnold is not that guy. Trevor Lawrence is on another level.
Yeah, he is. Darnold, look, what you said there, I agree with. I said it myself. Darnold gets traded in the offseason, hands down. There's no doubt about that. I think they do clean house. Gase can put up his case. That was bad wording, but Look, they ran him out of fucking Florida. The Jets are going to run him out of fucking New York. I think his best bet is to probably go to fucking college, go coach there.
No, he just needs to go sit on the sidelines.
Because he's not very.
He's not.
I mean, look,
he's not good.
Miami knew when they ran it, when they finally got rid of him. But they gave up their
and
fucking
Brian Flores
quarterback.
is doing a great job.
Yeah.
Look at what Brian Flores is doing.
Yep. Miami looks good. They're playing well. The defense is, I don't want to say outstanding or phenomenal, but it's definitely above par at this point. I mean, I have no choice but to watch every Miami game. I watch a Miami game, I watch a Saints game, and then any other game I want to watch is, pretty much based on where my bets lie that week.
And that's how it goes. Whatever your parlay says.
Yeah, this week we watched, 6, 7 fucking games at once. Well, 3 in the afternoon, 3 in the early, 4 in the late. Watched them all. Every fucking late game, watched them all. So I'm following a lot of football. And I agree. Exactly what you're saying is exactly what I said. I even put it right there on my fucking Facebook timeline if anybody wants to go read it from 4 days ago, 2 days ago. Jets are fucking horrible. They need to clean out completely. I even like to see the fucking owners disappear.
I wish we had a Mets situation where someone was going to buy the Jets, but
right. Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for New York to just clean that house completely and do something that's worthy of New York football.
We'll see.
I mean, the Giants tried. They're trying. Oh, they're in a rebuild. We know that. You spent way too much time with fucking Eli Manning. I mean, 2 years, too many. And now you're paying the price for it. Where they could, I think, if they
might have lost you guys.
No, you didn't. You're right here. I got you. If the Giants had done what other teams needed to do with, get rid of their fucking quarterback before it was too late, they might be a fucking 10-6 team this year. Instead, they're in that NFC least where you realize 4 wins in that division could be playoff bound. 5 wins? You realize that would be the worst record ever in the playoffs in football, ever. 1965, ever. That's pretty bad. That's where football needs to fix some shit. Without a doubt. Sorry, Joel, you lost it on your phone. You want to call right back in. Otherwise, we are moving on.
What happened?
Yeah, Joel lost his connection. He said bloop and went. Oh, someone's at my door. They're back already.
But
they are back already. Okay, cart one piece. You didn't hit any curbs like you did the other day. Ripped half the fucking spoiler, chewed it off. Meow.
Oh, really?
No, she just grinded a corner of it off. She won't tell you that though. It wasn't me. I don't care anyway.
Yes, you do.
Don't care.
You worked so hard on putting all of the pieces on that car. Yes, you do. You care.
No, I was contemplating on trading in the other day, and then I found out that they're not coming out with a new style SDI this year.
Right.
So I'll wait for next year.
Which means you still care.
Trade it in and get a new one. Well, I want the new body style. That thing looks fucking insane if it comes out like that, but I can't focus on that. I got to focus on her new vehicle.
Yeah, I wish you would have focused on putting in a player this week.
I did. What are you talking about?
Oh, did you get him switched out there at the last minute?
Yes, I did.
Like the last minutes?
Yeah, my mistake was not paying attention that Allaire was not playing.
Oh, he played?
No, he didn't.
Oh, yeah, he played. He was right there on the sideline with his helmet and everything on. He was ready there. He was suited up to play.
I didn't pay attention to that, and that's probably where That's probably where I'll lose.
No, they ran Le'Veon Bell. Well, yeah, that's probably where the loss.
Because if I had gotten the 10 points or 15 that he puts up every week, and I would expect Zeke should put up 30, 20 tonight.
He's
20?
4.9 right now.
Oh, 4.9. 4.9 in an hour. That's not very good. That's not very good.
Yeah, they're passing tonight. I've been watching the game. They're passing.
Yeah, I don't have the game on at all. I'm still in Orbit and Destiny.
Oh, speaking of, Jay, what is your power level?
Where are you at in that game, Jay?
Let's see. I'm like 1220 now, I think.
On your main?
Yeah, my main.
What
Okay.
happened? I thought you and the boyfriend like spent time like getting stuff done.
She's got a heavy, heavy workload, though. I mean, I don't see her online as much. I mean, my box is online 24/7.
Well,
You
that's what
know
I
that.
was asking her to tell me.
Yeah,
What
I don't
is
see.
going on? Because I know normally her and her boyfriend got that grind on and are doing things. So what's
Right.
up? What's going on?
Expert
Let
penguin
her
and gamer.
answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've just been really busy lately. There's just a lot of stuff going on in my life right now. Like over Thanksgiving weekend, I had a death in my
Oh,
family,
sorry to hear.
and yeah, so it's just been really bizarre. It's been a really bizarre couple of weeks. I feel like
Sorry,
I'm just
sorry to
kind
hear.
of getting my brain back a little bit, and
Me
I
too.
did I did end up playing Destiny on days that I normally don't play Destiny, but I feel like I end up running into friends who are behind me, and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll help you through the campaign. Like,
No, I stopped doing that. I
yeah.
used to do that. I mean, I'd do it for my brother,
Hmm.
without a doubt, but I
Dude,
stopped doing that.
crossplay announcement next year. Finally.
Yeah, next year, it's season 13,
Yes.
along quite a few things coming back, like Vault of Glass is next season. The three weapons that we all cried about that were vaulted are coming back next season. Outbreak Perfected and two others. I can't remember what they are.
Yeah,
Or
I posted a good link uh
On Slack.
on Slack of what the update is. It's general chat, I think is where I put it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And apparently,
it is the
Prophecy's back.
dev update.
what's back?
Prophecy?
Yes, in the tower dungeon is back.
Yeah, I saw that too as I was getting offline. I was like, wait
They
a
said
second,
they
what
would
the
do
hell is
that.
that doing there?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
because
cool.
there was a bug in it, and they couldn't launch it with the new season. They had to
It's
squash the bug.
it's because have you guys done it?
Yes,
Okay, you know how
pain in
the
the ass.
way that a lot like that final boss battle works,
Yeah,
how like the gravity changes and shit. Like I think the new engine needed some additional time. They needed some additional time to make that work on the new engine, was my understanding.
yeah, they were definitely having issues. You want to see something pathetic? This is fucking pathetic. How do I post that? I don't have fucking. Yeah, let me crank this up. Yeah, well, they had issues with it. I read the whole dev thing from one of the dev guys. Posted the entire fucking his, as the word Ren likes to use, diatribe of what's going on, where it's going, how is it going to be, what's going to happen, blah 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 blah. And they had issues with that whole thing to bring it back, especially with the redoing of the game. They actually brought it back a week earlier than they expected.
That's awesome.
Which is a good thing, but we'll see if they actually fixed everything, because now everybody's out there trying to figure out cheeses. I mean, look at the raid. You can fucking two-man the raid.
What do you mean? There's well, you can two-man the entirety of it, but now there's more and more parts being soloed.
Yeah,
where two people
Well, you
get
could
to
do
the
it.
location and then one guy goes and beats it because they're like, all right, go ahead, do it.
Yeah, you can two-man. You can solo the first two encounter. Well, the first section obviously, because it's just about getting the plates. And the second encounter, you can solo that one also. After that, it's two-man. There hasn't been a solo run on this yet, except for the first two parts. I don't know how you do is it the third or fourth encounter? I don't know how you two-man that, because isn't that the one where you gotta ignite all the plates, and I think that's it. I can't remember. But no one's two-manned it yet. No one soloed it. No one's two-manned the whole thing yet. But I'm sure that's going to happen. With every
Okay.
with every bug fix they bring, it introduces new shit. I mean, I still see warlocks skating around now. Oh, shot time.
1710.
Lady. Oh, 1710, huh? Cheers.
Baltimore.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you see the link I just dropped in Slack? How pathetic is that? For $25, you can have all your Iron Banner bounties done for you.
Yeah, I've been reading a lot about these like Destiny services where people basically just do things for you. And I'm just like, so like, what is the point of you playing? Like, just don't do it. Like,
well, okay, so both console players for quite some time now. You guys, right?
Right.
That's your primary or even only real form of gaming, right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
PC players in a style of game such as this that is MMO has had service-based.
Oh, well, yeah. Long time.
No, I'm not. That's not new. I'm just saying, I don't understand the concept. Like with any game, if I'm not enjoying it, I just stop playing it. I don't.
In some of these
pay
situations,
somebody else
it's not
to do it for me.
in some of the situations, it's not about enjoying it. In some of them, it's just not having the ability to get all the way through the content on their own.
I get that with the raid. I get that. Like if I had zero ability to get into a raid and was too stupid to LFG, there is no doubt after playing Iron Banner for 12 seconds today that I would pay someone to go get me the trustee. Hands down, no doubt about it. But I can't.
I don't know. I don't know. This is just me. Like if I can't do it, like it's one thing to have a team that kind of sort of like if you are like very deficient and you really just can't do it on your own.
Right.
I know that there are people who will carry you through certain, that's one thing. But
charge anybody for a carry though.
Right, because you're still technically doing something.
Right.
You technically could, say that you did get through the level in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, in fucking Thump Nose, he was right there. He helped carry people through raids. He was right there. D1.
Like, just paying somebody to do it for you? Like, you don't want to do it, and you can't do it, so just stop playing the game.
Look how many times you could be carried through trials. They would just tell you. I mean, I know people. Well, I don't want to say I know people who did it, but I read up on it. Oh, what'd you do? I stood in a corner and hid behind here while these two guys went out and killed everybody, and I made it to the lighthouse.
Oh yeah, lighthouse carries. But there's a lot of finances being thrown around in these things, and there are people who don't share that mindset that are of the I want the gear and the other stuff and I just don't have the skill and the time to put in to do it. But when I play, I want to be able to flash like I did. And there are certain people who that's what they do. These are the same people who used Game Shark back in the day. These are the same people who use aimbots. These are like these are all the same people. So
yeah.
It's crazy though. I couldn't see spending money. I mean, as much as I definitely am going to fucking grind for that trustee.
Oh,
hands down.
Who clicked on that?
Yeah.
Who clicked on what?
What?
What are you talking about?
You don't hear that?
What am I hearing? I hear nothing.
No, I don't hear anything.
It's in your cans.
I don't even have anything open.
Well, what are you hearing?
Yeah, what are
I'm hearing that video that I posted in Slack.
Well, somebody fucking clicked it. What video
I don't have
Slack?
anything.
Yeah.
I posted a link in Slack about the woman who got arrested in Florida. She was the head of the COVID.
Yeah. Oh, wait a
second. Keeping Florida on par with like the real number. She was a scientist.
Right.
She got arrested by DeSantis's crew with a trumped up charge of she made a post that came from her IP address that said something along the lines of, it's basically gotta stop
Yeah.
Everyone's got to stand up.
Before 17,000
And there's a video in the article of the cops coming in and pointing a gun at her kids.
Might have been me. They pointed it at her.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
it's in Slack.
Yeah, and they're saying that they didn't point it at her or the kids. And
what up, Louie?
Yeah, there's a whole
They
lot
had
of
a camera in the house that.
Yeah, they pointed at the entire
POV of the camera. You really can't tell.
Look, cover-ups happen all the time. This is no surprise.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying Florida politics is ruthless on this one. Though.
I mean, not
go literally. I'm telling you, I posted the article in there. It's from a site that you all read, Tech Dirt.
Yep.
Go read that article.
I read it.
I've already gotten the breakdown of the Philip DeFranco show version of this article. I'm good.
It's me that was you might have heard it in the background. But look, the cover-ups, the stings, the false flags, false information. It's
oh my god. I'm just reading it. I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh no, there's the COVID's fine. We need you to tell everybody COVID's fine in Florida. Oh no, the elections weren't rigged. No, but all of a sudden Michigan gives up 22 voting machines for forensic fucking investigation, and we now know that
sounds suspicious, doesn't it?
Does anybody remember the company that was in charge of the registered voting machine?
Probably said voting. Oh, what Dominion's machines? The registered voting machines?
Yeah. Did all of Dominion's people, all their offices mysteriously closed and they fled?
Yeah, and wasn't it the Venezuela president who said, "Thanks to these new voting machines, I'll never lose an election"? And we now know that the ballots were weighted 113% Biden, 87% Trump. But there was no voter fraud.
Does anybody have any
Whoever
proof
said
of
there
it,
was
of
no
this?
voter fraud?
Proof.
Yeah.
Is that J7?
I love the way this goes from everybody accepting the fact of it was one thing.
Right?
All of a sudden somebody said,
"Hey man, I just brought up Florida State."
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I get to get out of here in like 8 minutes.
Yeah, I know you do in like 5 minutes. How about the state of Texas filing a lawsuit against the corrupt swing states in Supreme Court? The state of Texas is suing other states for election fraud.
What a shock.
What is Texas suing other states for? That doesn't even make any sense.
But you do your research. Go read it. I'm not going to sit here and outline it because you'll tell me it's bullshit. So go look it up and do your own research.
No, if you're going to call out bullshit, source it.
I'm bullshit. Again, do your own research.
No, source your shit.
If you believe, now I don't believe there was enough voter fraud to swing 7 million votes. I don't believe that at all. I think Florida, Pennsylvania, and Georgia fucked the nation.
I think that you should provide some sources or keep your mouth shut.
Okay, just go right to your fucking Google News.
Nope.
Feed
sources.
And read it for yourself.
Nope.
No, I'm not going to supply you fucking millennial with research. Do it yourself.
No, you can't just randomly sit here. Oh my God, the sky is purple. Why don't you see it? Well, it looks blue to me.
This is kind of fucking purplish blue right now.
Where's the sky? It's purple. Oh my God, it's raining spaghetti. Okay, I don't see any spaghetti. Where's the spaghetti? You're out here like, go outside and find your own spaghetti. Well, no.
Okay,
find
how about
the spaghetti?
There's more research for you. Do you know we had a cure for coronavirus in January? Did you know that?
Okay, where is the proof of that?
50,000 people died for no reason when the Moderna vaccine was built, made, and created January 19th.
So then what happened?
Clinical trials.
Oh, they had to go through clinical trials to prove that this vaccine worked?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
If you want to believe that, J&J's drug that is being pushed through right now has had 7 days of clinical trials. 7 days. But it's being fast-tracked. Moderna was their vaccine was created before the Chinese even said it could be transmitted person to person.
Again, where's the proof of this?
You know, you need to do your own research and read this shit.
No, I think you need to provide sources whenever you say outrageous shit.
I'm going to see if I can pull this. This was on my laptop. I'm going to pull my history.
Okay.
Google's
You do that.
I'm going to take me a minute to find it. Recently closed desktop. No, I want my fucking laptop. I don't want this one. Come on, give me that one. I'll pull that up and give it to you. Moderna even said it flat out. Well, they had the vaccine. It was fucking given to the higher. See, I don't have it in front of me now. Hold on a second. It's right on my fucking Facebook timeline. How about that? Posted it right.
It's right on my Facebook. Don't you know everything on Facebook is real?
When I
no.
When
it's not on Facebook, it's not real.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is it? Okay. Here, Moderna's mRNA 1273, which reported a 94.5% efficiency rating on November 16th, has been designed by January 13th. This was just 2 days after the genetic sequence had been made public. It was completed before China had even acknowledged that the disease could be transmitted from human to human, more than a week before the first confirmed coronavirus case in the United States. By the time the first American death was announced a month later, the vaccine had already been manufactured and shipped to the National Institute of Health for the beginning of its phase 1 clinical trial.
Read the next paragraph.
That's all I posted. I have to go find the article that I took.
Let me read the rest of this article.
I will find this article. It was on my
laptop. I found it. It's right here. Let me read the next paragraph to you.
Go ahead, read it.
To be clear, I don't want to suggest that Moderna should have been allowed to roll out its vaccine in February or even May when interim results from phase 1 trials demonstrated its basic safety.
Go ahead.
That would be like saying we put a man on the moon and then asking the very same day, what about Mars?
Right. Okay. So my point here is J&J's Johnson & Johnson 7-day clinical trial is right there with the government, FDA, going, approve it, please. 7 days. This one has been around for 7 months. They're going to fast track one that was in a 7-day clinical trial. 7 days.
They still haven't approved Pfizer's.
Pfizer.
Yeah.
Pfizer, and you're a fucking idiot. Hands down, stupid.
What's the difference between the Pfizer one and the Moderna one?
Pfizer cannot get their dosaging right. That's why originally it only had a 74%. And who the?
So let me get this. Let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight.
Finish my statement, and I'll be done. Who the fuck wants something at negative 90 degrees shot into your veins? Go ahead.
My question is, when you go up and you're going to get the vaccine, you don't have a say at what vaccine you get. You're going to sit there and ask a question?
Yes, you do. You have absolutely every say. Is this Moderna's? No. Bye. Oh, is this J&J's? No. Bye. Oh, I want the Pfizer one. Oh, no, you can't. No. Okay, bye. You call me. You let me know when this one's available, and that's the one I'll take.
I'm pretty sure. So have you gone to the website and figured out where you are on the list of being up for the vaccine?
Don't care. I'm not taking it, period.
Well, you probably wouldn't get it until next summer anyway.
he would get it before we would get it.
That's right.
He's old.
Oh, that's right. He's old.
That's right. I'm older than you. And I don't want it. Not interested.
I'm real myself.
Right? All right, Lou, you called in a bad time because we were discussing this, and now we're about to roll out of here.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I do. You know the deal.
Yeah,
It's
peak
8 o'clock.
season's got it all screwed up,
right.
man.
Be careful.
I gotta go to work.
Yes, everyone stay safe. Be smart. Don't take the fucking Pfizer vaccine. That would be stupid. It's not proven.
Right.
At least Moderna is.
So the only thing I wouldn't do.
Clinical trials for fucking 7 months. Should have been released earlier.
Smart. Listen to people who are in charge of things, not just Web Boy, please.
Yeah, please do. You know.
Well, you listen to the people who are in charge. You're never going to get the virus. You three will never. Well, no, Ren will get it before the two of you do. You'll never get it because we're going to inoculate everybody who's 70 years and older because they contribute so much to society that they need to be inoculated first. Stupid.
Because Webb is the foremost authority.
Yeah, he obviously doesn't care about his grandparents.
I don't even care about my parents. My father, the same thing. He called me an asshole. I said to him flat out, there's no reason why you fucking need it. You're 70 plus years old. You don't leave the fucking house. You don't contribute to society. You don't go to fucking work. Stay the fuck home. Oh, wait, but as per the CDC, we get the disease by staying home. So what's wrong and what's right? You tell me. The most important people who need to get the vaccine are frontline workers and people who fucking work.
You know what's interesting about that? Apparently, a lot of fire in New York specifically. Python.
Yeah, we gotta go.
All right.
Oh man.
But finish your statement.
Mid-sentence. Okay. Yeah, apparently, firemen in New York are saying they pretty much don't need the vaccine because 35% of them already had it. And
the firehouse here, which is part of my family, 20 of them have it right now. All came down with it, the entire firehouse. Yeah. So you know what? Maybe they should stay the fuck home too, like everybody else is supposed to. Follow the rules. Period. This would have been over a long time ago had we had listened to the ideas that the 8-Bit Bros had. Would have been over.
Yeah, listen to Webboy.
Would have been, and I didn't say me. I said 8-Bit Bros. 8-Bit Bros. Tuesday, we are fucking out at some point. If I can find a button, it don't really matter. You just roll it, thump. That's good. We're out.